post-op update. Oh, and my week 59 too, because I didn't come to you guys last week. So I didn't come to you guys last week because I had a very bad week last week. And yeah, I'll get to that in a second. Part of why I didn't do a video last week. So to begin, I had surgery on March 7th, 2018 at Guelph General Hospital in Guelph, Ontario, Canada, with Dr. Jules Fontaine-Long. I'm 5'7". I am now 40 years old. My highest weight was 343.6 pounds. My surgery weight was 316.4 pounds. And last week, my weight was 219.6 pounds. So I was up 6.6 pounds from the week previous. And I will get to that in a minute. This week I am 215.6 pounds. So from my highest weight, that is a loss of 128 pounds. From my surgery weight, that is a loss of 100.8 pounds. And from my week 60 weight, that is a loss of 60 pounds. I did look back at my month 13 weight. I was 214.6. So I didn't do my weights and measurements yesterday because I knew I was going to be doing my weight today. So I did it today, and yesterday would have been my 14-month surgery. Sorry for moving the camera all around. As per usual, we're in the truck. So I'm up a pound from month 13. So overall, at least half of this past month hasn't been good. Half of it has. I've been eating the way that I should, doing the things that I should, drinking my water, taking my vitamins, everything like that. The other half has been filled with eating all the things and some overeating. Just, it hasn't been good. And I didn't come to you guys last week because I didn't want to come all down and depressed, because I really was when I saw 219 on the scale. Because who wouldn't be? I'm really worried that this is going to end up being my set point. But then again, I'm really hoping that it's a stall, because I have seen lower. I don't know, because I'm past that first year, and because my body decided to slow down at 6 months. So, and I do not compare myself to anybody else, but it's really hard to watch other people continuously lose good amounts of weight. Over their whole entire year, and slow down yourself. And I've always said that everybody's different. Everybody's body is different than everybody else's. And that's all well and good. So I really do not compare. But like I said, it's just hard watching that. And that has led me back into bad habits, which I am working to get under control. It hasn't been easy because things have happened with finances, and while it's getting towards the end of the winter, everybody's got cabin fever. So when you have cabin fever, you don't necessarily get along with the people you love so well, which has been happening for me, but that's okay, because we work through it and work it out and whatever, and that's all fine. But it's a little bit harder being locked up in a truck all the time together, which is okay, because we choose to do this. So don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining in the least. That and weather change out on the road. Last week I didn't do very well with doing my jogging or my workouts. I actually pretty much completely, since we came back out on the road, almost completely ignored my plank workouts and my regular body workouts. Now I don't like that I've done that, and so I've taken it back up again. I've asked around. I asked Little Kansas Kitty. I haven't gotten a reply from her. My redo, you replied to my last video about the jogging thing, which is great. And girl, you're doing fucking good. Seriously, do not get down on yourself, even if you're gaining weight, seriously, because you're still losing. And it just seems to be, and you said it yourself, that seems to be your trend, which is awesome. And I am very happy that you lost the weight that you did between last week and this week. Good for you. Hopefully I'll catch up with y'all soon. Maybe. We'll see what happens. Nobody said this journey was easy. And so, Grace Gets Gastric put in her video the other day that she had somewhat of a sweet tooth, so she got sugar-free candies that are close to being no calorie to try and alleviate that. And she noticed that she had a lot of gas and bloating. I don't know if she watches my videos. I don't think she does, but just so that those of you that do know, it's something I've done some research on, because I noticed the same thing. I was getting a lot of gas and bloating. It doesn't matter what kind of sugar alcohol it is, or sugar. And I'll get into sugar in a minute, because that's another thing I've noticed. Sugar alcohols kill the natural, healthy bacteria in your intestines. Because they do this, when they kill the bacteria, it creates gas that gets trapped in your intestine for a time until it builds up enough to move through. Which is why you get all the gas. The stickier it is, the worse the sugar alcohol. The more bacteria you've killed. I do take a probiotic. One thing about taking probiotics and having the healthy bacteria in your intestine is it helps with bowel movements. It helps you to digest your food better. It helps you to process the nutrients and minerals better. It actually can, as silly as it sounds, and look this up, it can affect your mood. It can affect how you feel about yourself, mentally and emotionally. It can affect you physically, very physically, most definitely physically. It's amazing at what having the right amount of healthy bacteria in your gut and the wrong amount of bad bacteria in your gut can do. So that's one thing I'm definitely working on. Well, I'm going to have to detox from sugar again, because like I said, I've been having all the bad things. I've been getting back into processed foods again. I was dumping probably for the first 6 months post-op, and then I stopped. It's something that you can grow out of, but it's also something that you can grow back into. And I've noticed, because I have started dumping again, and it's worse now than it was before. Before, I'd get nauseous, I'd get overheated, I get the weak feeling and the heart palpitations, and I'd pass out. My husband's watched me eat a cup of grapes, and 10 minutes later I passed out because I couldn't stay awake any longer, and because I was dumping just from grapes, because they're really high in natural sugar. I mean, it's natural sugars, but they're high enough that it triggers me. Now, sometimes I will get the hot flashes, I will get the racing heart, I will get the nausea. Now I actually get physically sick. It's worse, I think. Because sometimes I will keep getting physically sick, even though I'm not bringing anything up, because I'm just dumping that hard. So it's something that I'm doing to myself. It's something that I'm working to correct. My mental state hasn't been the greatest. It's getting better, but it's been a really long winter. And being in the truck, I can't just get out and go do. So, which is fine. I'm working on that as it's getting warmer. Like I said last week, a lot of the weather actually played into me being able to do my physical activities. A lot of the days it was raining, so I wasn't getting out and jogging. I know you can jog in the rain, but it's too cold right now, to be honest. And I just don't want to be cold. I mean, last night I stopped and jogged. So pretty much I got a second C to 5K. So because 3 days a week I don't think is enough, and I like the guidance that it gives me. I like the controlled atmosphere that it brings. So I downloaded a second one so that I can do it 6 days a week and build up my stamina better. Because another thing is, I'm also worried that I think it's week 5 is when you start getting into the longer sessions. I think week 2 and week 3 are 90-second periods with of jogging with 2 minutes of walking, and then I think week 4, I think it alternates between 5 minutes and 3 minutes, if I'm not wrong, and with walking intervals in between. And then I think week 5 it's like 10 minutes. But I don't think by week 5 I'm going to have the stamina built up, because I languished for, well, it was about the equivalent of a week and a half, to be honest. At one point I felt like I was really having to push myself, and I was actually stopping before the beep went off one day, 10 seconds at least before the beep went off, and I don't want to do that. So this is something I'm doing to better myself, so I want to actually do it. So I got the second one to help me build up my stamina and to give me more to do, because I feel less comfortable with working out, with jogging 3 days a week, and I feel like I want to jog more days a week. So I'll give myself the one rest day every week. In the 1C to 5K app, I'm gonna redo week 2. I have completed week 2, so I can move on to week 3, but I'm gonna redo week 2 anyways, because I just started with the other one. So I'm working through week 1 with the other one. I may just do week 1 really fast, so I may do it. I did it yesterday. I may do it again today and tomorrow to bring myself up to speed, so that both apps are on the same week. So yeah, and back to the sugar thing. Sorry, I got sidetracked. So sugar kills the bacteria. So does sugar alcohols. So yeah, sugar alcohols are a slippery slope. I have found they lead you back into sugar, which if you are a person that has strived to keep sugar out of your diet, try to stay away from the sugar alcohols. I think I've watched some videos too of several people, some of the vets, saying that once they cut the sugar alcohols out of their diet, they started losing weight again. They had stopped prior. I don't know if that's really a thing. I'm not saying I'm going to be perfect. There are going to be some days where I slip, but I'm working on it. Another thing is too, I'm coming up, so I've already had my 1 year post-op, but I couldn't get my 1 year post-op appointments at my 1 year, just because of my job. It's better for me to get all my appointments on one day, and the only time that I could make it work so that I could get all 4 of my appointments, because I think I've got to see the nutritionist, the social worker, the psychiatrist, and the nurse. So the only day I could actually work it out to get all 4 appointments on the same day when I was home to be able to take part of these appointments is the 21st of May. We did look in March, we did look in April, and just nothing worked out. So, but I guess at 1 year post-op with Toronto Western, they do a study that you can take part in and get some telephone counseling and stuff if you need it. So I'm working on getting the ball rolling on that so I can take part in that. Help me get my headspace back where I want it to be. I'm feeling really good about the working out and stuff, so, which is good. So, sorry, I know I keep moving the camera. I'm really trying not to. As you notice, my face is bad again because last week was somewhat of a bad week. Yeah, gotta work. I've been allowing processed foods back into my diet, which I had taken out for such a long time. I'm so mad at myself. I really am. And I don't want to sound negative, and I don't want to sound depressed and everything, which is why I didn't come on last week. But I am here this week because I'm trying. Anybody who ever says this journey is easy is fucking lying. Excuse my language. This is not easy. Some people get the weight off right away. Some people take a longer time. I'm obviously, well, hopefully, going to be one of those people that takes a longer time. Some people get back into bad habits and have to work at it. Some people just continue the bad habits and continue to lose weight, but continue the bad habits. So, the struggle is real. So anyways, all of that being said, I am working on it. I am keeping up with the physical activity. I'm working on getting processed foods and sugar back out of my diet. I know I keep saying that, but it's getting really bad, and I didn't do this to keep up with old habits. So all I can do is keep trying. Hopefully I will eventually get it. So, and again, it's my week 14. I did do my inches. I've lost 5.5 inches from month 13 to month 14. So 100 I just measure everything. But I've noticed that the most area I've lost around is like my waist and my hips, and I've lost a little bit in my one arm, but it's becoming more proportionate to my other arm, and my legs, which I think will come with the jogging as I tighten up the muscles and whatnot. So we'll see. I didn't get one today, but I have been taking photos of my arms and my belly to keep progress. I may or may not share them. I don't know, because it's pretty much, I'm just wearing a bra, and I don't know if I'm going to be comfortable showing my stomach. Some people are, some people aren't. I don't think I will be one of those, but I may. I don't know. That may change. I may feel more comfortable in the future. Who knows? I'm going to get some progress photos tomorrow, because I've been trying to do it at least once a month, so I can see how doing the exercises is progressing, and to get an actual visual of whether areas are getting smaller or not. So anyways, that is me for this week. I'm not going to post this video today because I'm at the end of my data. I will post this. Today is the 8th. On Saturday, I will post this because that's when my data will be rolled back over. I am here. I am watching. I do thank you for those of you that have stuck around and do watch and do listen and do comment and lend your support. So yeah, that's me for this week. Hopefully next week I will come to you with a much better report and a lower weight. We shall see. Depends on if I get into the shit. I really want to today, and I haven't yet, so yeah. Take care, everyone. I shall see you all next week. Have a great week. Thanks. Bye.